Hi again. I bet you're tired of seeing me, but I did want to finish the story that I started yesterday. I don't think I'm going to share my sensory poem today because I haven't written it. Because in my sensory poem, I'm going outside. And the first thing I'm going to do is listen. I'm going to listen to sounds. So I'm going to use my hearing. Then I'm going to sniff, see what I smell. And then I'm looking. What do I see? And then, so I've got listening, looking, smelling. I might touch some things carefully in nature because I don't want to touch poison ivy. And then, I don't know if I'll be using my taste senses today when I'm out in nature because I am going to do a nature sensory poem. Um, but maybe if you try a sensory poem, you might want to be eating something and all your senses are about what you're eating. Think about it. I will have my sensory poem tomorrow after I go outside. It looks like it's not going to rain, so I hope I'm not out in the rain, but I might hear some raindrops today. So maybe if you want to start thinking about a sensory poem, start thinking about what you might want to do a sensory poem about, and you can start using your senses when it comes to that. Is it something in nature? Is it something in your house, like a food or an animal or a plant? Think about it. All right. And tomorrow I'll show you how I did mine. All right. But I wanted to get back to this dogs versus cat. And you remember, Mr. Button got the dog and Mrs. Button got the cat, and they were not getting along. Then they decided they had to figure out how to get along. So here we are. But the problem is, do you remember? They both had different ways to solve their problem. There can be more than one way to solve a problem, right? Absolutely. Let's find out what they do. Then one day, dog and cat heard a strange howling outside the door. Squawk! Rah! Ee! Another pet? They could not believe that Mr. and Mrs. Button wished for a pet any more than dog and cat. So here it is. Okay. What could it be? Dog hoped it wasn't a porcupine. Cat hoped it wasn't an elephant. Dog and cat were afraid. They agreed that something had to be done to keep the creature out of their room. Dog's got porcupine all over him, and look at the cat thinks the elephant's going to be too loud. Let's see what they decide to do. Cat drew up plans to block the door. Dog tore down their wall and used their pieces. So they're working together. A nice cooperation. But they forgot that the door opened into the hallway. Ugh. Then Mr. Button brought in the cage. Oh no. Mr. Button would still be able to get in. I wonder any ideas what might be in the cage? I'm going to just take a look back and look at those sounds I heard, right? Because looking back's a good way. Squawk, rah, each, cage. Looking back, helping me think of an idea. I'm going to make a prediction. Maybe a bird? I don't think it would be a hamster. Bird would be in a cage. A hamster would be in a cage. What else might be in a cage? Shall we find out? Okay, let's read on. It was the most terrifying creature dog and cat had ever seen. Is it a cage, you guys? I wasn't right. It was a bird. I have to fix up my thinking, right? It wasn't a bird. So I have to fix up my thinking. It's a baby. And I'm thinking it's not a cage. I'm thinking it's a crib or a playpen. And it had moved into their bedroom. The creature never seemed to stop screeching, and it certainly couldn't use a litter box. So dog and cat decided to move out. Okay, let's see what happens now. Oh, that smell. They think the baby smells. But they knew of only one other available room. Oh my gosh, the baby's eating the dog bones. The place is a mess. Oh, I see the room they're thinking about. Do you? It's a doghouse. Let's see what happens. The circumference equals the sum of the adjacent sides. I'm sorry, but I'm hearing too much meows. Cat drew up the plan. Dog hammered nails and lifted heavy things. So it looks like they might be moving outside. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is reminding me of another story that we have in our library. I'm not going to tell you right now. You think when you see it, if you've read this book. And when they were done, they shared a pitcher of lemonade. Well done, sir. Look at their house. Look at their house. I think I read it to you. Anybody remember? It reminds me of Pete the Cat and the Treehouse and his friends. Did it remind you of that too? Or maybe it reminded you of something else. And that's that. I have outdoor privileges. The end. All right. Well, you know I like this book because it ended happy, right? I have troubles with it, and they became friends. So, dog versus cat. All right. I hope you enjoyed it as much as me. If it reminded you of another book besides Pete the Cat, let me know. I'd love to know what other book it is. Maybe I've read it too, but that's what it reminded me of. And I don't have dog house out back, but I know if I brought a screaming baby in here, I don't know how happy my two dogs would be either. So it kind of reminds me of my own dogs. You have a good day. Maybe start looking at different things you could do a sensory poem on, or maybe not a sensory poem at all. Look at Brain Pop Jr. Brain Pop Jr. has some ideas for you. Some of the books you could listen to today have ideas for you. Be creative. Take a chance. Be a poet. I'm going to later today. Take care.